If capybaras can take a bath, that's a big deal for capybaras to go moldy. Sometimes some people say capybaras in Japan are so happy because they have a warm bath in the cold winter. Are capybaras really happy to have a bath in winter in Japan? Many people definitely deny that. Wild capybaras inhabit in the humid warm climates from North America to South America. In order to adapt to their habitat, they have much less hair than land animals. And of course, they are very sensitive to cold and dry conditions. However, the climate in Japan is very dry and cold in the winter, and it may be one of the regions in the world that capybaras do not like the most. Unfortunately, in many cases, capybaras are allowed to take outdoor baths only during times when there are a lot of visitors. From the evening to the middle of the night and early in the morning, it's a pity that they enjoy the cold without warm bath. The capybara bathing is a very good thing. However, if you imagine a capybara that can escape the dryness and cold all day long in the cold season, doesn't it make your heart hurt? Can you still say the Japanese capybaras are happy because they have a bath in the cold winter? Even if someone still say capybaras in Japanese winter are happy after knowing the periods, I would say that they don't like capybaras. Or rather, they like being healed by looking at them, and they like themselves who like capybaras. If they can sympathize with capybaras even a little, please think of capybaras that enjoy the cold and dryness all day long. By the way, I apologize for deviating from the main topic at the beginning. In the case of outdoor capybaras like the ones I just mentioned, in the spring the capybaras are too hot to bathe. However, in early spring, the water outdoors is still too cold. Autumn is no different from spring. Therefore, due to capybara breeding conditions, it is not possible to bathe for nearly half of the year. If capybara cannot bathe only for a few days, a lot of dandruff will come up from all over their body, and in severe cases, they may scratch and eat their body. I, who has been with capybaras for probably the longest time in the world, as well as capybara breeders and capybara lovers, absolutely know this fact very well. Capybaras were once thought to be related to fish in South America, and they cannot be separated from water in order to survive. Capybaras are semi-aquatic animals, and the amount of sebum secreted is much higher than that of land animals. Capybaras keep secreting sebum all the time, so even if they don't bathe for a few days, the sebum will turn into a lot of dandruff. I've heard similar things from other owners. If you don't give them a bath every day, the capybaras will feel pity for dandruff and itchiness. By the way, there are a small number of people in Japan who believe without question that capybaras in Japan have white hair and black skin. I talked about capybaras' gray-white hair in the second lecture of Capybaras University. Then why do many capybaras in Japan have dark skin? We humans, dogs, cats, and of course capybaras all have a fungus of the Malassezia, one of the indigenous fungus living in our bodies. Malassezia decomposes the sebum secreted from the skin into fatty acids and glycerin with a highly potent enzyme lipase. They live on the glycerin. Malassezia causes skin disease on our face, chest, and back of the head. These skin diseases in dogs and cats that often occur to veterinarians, but in the case of capybaras, the amount of sebum secreted is orders of magnitude higher, so Malassezia breeds all over the body of capybaras that cannot bathe and turning their skin black. Actually, the original capybara's skin is pure white and beautiful, but the capybara's body has turned black and moldy due to Malassezia. There were poor outdoor capybaras that have black skins by Malassezia. They have even died with the other bad conditions. Why is it difficult for capybaras to maintain a healthy state outdoors in Japan? They should bathe all year round and expose them to sunlight in the morning and evening, but never expose them to strong sunlight for a long time during the day, which is life-threatening for capybaras. This is the bare minimum required to keep capybaras. Unfortunately, in Japan, there are almost no people like me who specialize in capybaras, biology, biochemistry, microbiology, etc., in order to raise breed capybaras. And this difficulty also leads to the loss of happiness of capybaras in Japan. Those who are involved in capybara breeding work should learn a minimum of biology, physics, chemistry, and biochemistry. I believe that enhancing physics and chemistry the education for workers and people involved with capybaras will lead to the happiness of capybaras in Japan. The most important thing is that you truly love capybaras, not just superficially. These feelings make capybaras happy in Japan and around the world. Instead of shivering in the cold before and after the open air bath, all you have to do is create the environment that capybaras can lie down comfortably in a warm place with optimal humidity. It may huge cost. At our facility, Capybara Land, it costs about $20,000 per capybara per year. It's hard to run a business with all these expenses, but cutting down expenses or working without rest doesn't lead to happiness for the capybaras. Thinking about the capybaras' happiness first. We believe that this is very important for both capybaras breeders and visitors to the facility. Next time, I'd like to talk about the real danger of capybaras. Why can't you touch white capybaras in South America. As a person in charge of animal management and a qualified person, I would like to share with you the important information the other day that I learned from the training course held by the Animal Welfare Association Japan. Thank you for watching. Look forward to the next lecture. This lecture is brought to you by President Shimaris of Capybara Land. See you next time. Capybaras rule.